DC, ready? Finish it up! On one, ready?
It's the National Football League on EA Sports. And this one features the Ravens, reigning league MVP. And with him, any catch could be a big one. He's the NFL leader in touchdown receptions. It's the Ravens and the Browns. Next
we are pleased as always to be bringing you coverage of the net. The Ravens offense working on a 3-game winning streak as they start. Now it's Jackson. Over the middle, complete. It's Ramirez. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Now Jackson. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Ramirez. They go right back to him for 20 and a first. Solid catch there for a man who's been so brilliant this year. Worth pointing out, as we were talking about earlier, there has never in the 60-year history of the award been a pass catcher, tight end, or wide receiver that has taken home the MVP trophy.
And the best receivers I've talked with, they know that stat, and it drives them crazy because they understand that without a quarterback, they don't make the plays that they make. They also don't feel like they get enough credit for dealing out some of the throws the quarterbacks make.
Absolutely. It takes two to tango. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 19 yards that time for number 19.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
Jackson will throw again. His pass complete to Ruckert. They'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown.
Jeremy Ruckert.
His 3rd touchdown now on the year.
And the Ravens are able to match the opening drive touchdown against them with one of their own. So they get their tight end away from the line to the outside, and he works his way in for 6.
Tight ends are not just blockers anymore. I don't know how many more times we need examples, but here's a great one. Gets to the outside. They give him the ball pretty quick.
Baltimore set to take over here for their 2nd possession of the game. Jackson now. He finds his man complete. That's Ramirez. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. 1st down. Two minutes remaining in the 1st half. 10-7, our score.
Let's make some plays out there.
To throw is Jackson. He finds his man complete. It's Ramirez. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. A big play there. 55 yards.
And the Ravens are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. Boy, Charles, this offense is just so explosive. They lead the league in scoring, and another example of just how good they are right there on that play.
Yeah, we often overstate about how explosive teams are, but this team is truly a threat to score on every snap, especially on the first few plays of any series. And a big strike like that only adds to their reputation as the league's best offense.
Get this point. Coach, you do my job.
Come on, kick it. Make that kick. Turn out here, fellas. Get a touchdown, baby. Get a touchdown.
Here's Jackson to throw.
And that nearly trouble, but it's incomplete. The rookie had it and lost it, and it'll be 2nd down.
From the gun, it's Jackson.
That's complete. It's Devin Duvernay.
And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a 1st down. Throwing is Jackson.
Short throw into the hands of Jordan. On the move past the 40.
And down to the 29-yard line. So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17 as we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach!
All right, Brandon, we'll get back to you two in a bit. For now, plenty of early game action around the NFL to get you caught up on, so let's get to it.
We'll begin up in the Steel City, Acrisure Stadium in Pittsburgh.
And it's the Raiders who have the lead in the 2nd quarter. The Raiders trying to gut this one out, as it would be a good victory for them if they could get it. From there, we head over to the Windy City. Check on the Bears at home, Soldier Field. And they trail the visiting Lions in that one. Jared Goff has a touchdown pass. Lastly, let's get out to Jacksonville. See what's happening with the Jaguars at TIAA Bank Field. And in that one, it's the visiting Dolphins who are out in front. Devon Achane, the lone touchdown there as he's cashed one in on the ground.
This one's been as good as advertised. Just a field goal separating these two teams. This was a very level first half, and I'd expect to see more of the same after the break.
The Ravens offense and their wide receiver getting set for this next possession. And as we near the conclusion of the regular season, nobody has surpassed the amount of receptions that he has put up to this point. Jackson. Short throw into the hands of Jordan. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Here's Jackson. Over the middle, complete. It's Ramirez. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. A gain there of 21 yards. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Now it's Jackson. Short throw into the hands of Jordan. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. A big play that time on the catch and run, and it'll give him a fresh set of downs. And Jackson throwing once more. Open man is Duvernay. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. Jackson. Got a man, it's caught for a Ravens touchdown. A great effort there with his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Ravens have taken the lead as they go right down the field and score on the opening drive of the second half. Team's offense and their wideout getting set to go once more. And with only 2 weeks left until the playoffs begin, you can see there he leads the league in touchdown receptions as the regulars. Jackson now, throwing to start the drive. He finds his man, complete. That's Ramirez. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. A great play there. 70 yards. And the Ravens answer back with a touchdown of their own to take a fourth quarter lead. So minutes after giving up the lead in the fourth quarter, they say not so fast. Big play, and they grab that lead right back.
Talk about a seesaw game. Up, down, up, down. Did you have a seesaw? Did you play that when you were a kid?
Oh, yeah.
Huh?
Out on the playground, absolutely.
You had to make sure that you matched weight, though, on the other side, though, right? Otherwise, you could be up in the air a long time.
By the way, we're not done in this one. I think we're set up for an exciting finish. Baltimore about ready to go on offense. Jackson. He finds his man, complete. It's Ramirez. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. And a fun, close ball game comes to an end. On that last play, Charles, they were on the wrong side of midfield. They needed something near a miracle, and they couldn't get it done.
Yeah, the effort, that was good. Very good.
It's Week 18 of the NFL.
The Ravens offense ready to roll. They come in leading the AFC North. And the focal part of the offense, as it's been all year, is this man, the wide receiver. Hard time repeating those numbers. Over 200 yards receiving a week ago.
But I think he's excited about the opportunity because he knows they're going to gear all the coverages to him. He has an ability to find a way to get open, and you can't even totally describe it. You just watch it happen week in and week out. I can't wait to see how he goes about it in this game.
If he goes back-to-back over 200, oh boy, look out. Week after week, Charles, when we see this offense operate, I don't know, they just seem to get more impressive.
They certainly do, and let's face it, it's no surprise they're the best in the NFL in scoring. This team designs things well and executes even better. And here, it only takes a few snaps before they're in the end zone. That's how they demoralize teams. That's how they put them on notice.
Please, we need it. Make that kick. Give him some time. Kick it. Oh, we need these points.
Quick, ready?
Make that kick. That's it. Keep the pressure on him, oh. Let's go. Keep those sticks moving.
Throwing to start the drive. Jackson. And that is incomplete. Now the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down. Looking to throw. Jackson. Short throw into the hands of Jordan. And he's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. From the gun on third down, Jackson got his man complete over the middle. That's Ramirez. Jackson from the shotgun. He finds his man complete. That's Ramirez. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 27. Back to throw again. And that nearly a turnover, but it's incomplete. Oh, fortunate to retain possession there, and it's second down.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw.
Short throw into the hands of Jordan. Down inside the 10.
And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown.
Brevin Jordan.
His second touchdown on the season. And the Ravens have taken the lead.
For a big tight end, he can sure move like a slot receiver when he gets a head of steam going. And as a defensive back, you've got a big decision to make when he's moving like that.
Offense and their wideout headed back onto the field. And we'll have to wait and see what his final numbers are at the conclusion of this weekend. And as he enters Week 18, the NFL's leader in receptions.
Here's Jackson throwing to start the drive.
Connection made to Ruckert.
And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4. They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24. From the gun, Jackson.
Once again, Ruckert finding space at the 40.
As he'll get this one up to the 44-yard line. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run. On first down, he'll drop to throw.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down.
Again, Jackson. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. A first down there on a pickup of 25. They'll look to throw again. Throw left side complete. That's Ramirez. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20.
Again, he'll drop to throw. And he's got his man in stride, complete.
And the Ravens are going to have a 1st and goal as he's taken down at about the 8-yard line.
We've hit the 2-minute mark in the second quarter. 14-7.
Good strong throw and catch in this game. The alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Back to throw. Jackson.
Throw over the middle, caught by Jordan.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown.
Brevin Jordan.
His second touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year.
And the Ravens go up by 2 touchdowns. Well, CD, that's his 2nd touchdown already. And how about this offense? 3 drives, 3 touchdowns.
An absolute total team effort right now. And let's face it, I don't think he's done. We're still in the first half. There's a lot of time left to go.
Offense making its way back out, led by their wide receiver. And as we enter the final weekend of the season, you can see his name right up there atop the league in terms of touchdown receptions this year.
Come on, 3 more points.
I can't look. I can't look. I can't catch.
After the interception, here's Jackson. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Ramirez. 19 yards that time for number 19. So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we'll
only 2.
They go play action with Jackson. He finds his man, complete. It's Ramirez. 5 catches for him in that first half, and that's number 6 that we just saw, and also a first down. Now it's Jackson. He finds his man, complete. That's Ramirez.
And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped.
They go right back to him for 20 and a first. Now Jackson.
That one into the hands of Flowers.
And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a second and just a few inches left. To throw again is Jackson.
Short throw into the hands of Jordan.
And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. A big play there on the catch and run. And it'll move the chains. Jackson now. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Well, he'd been targeted quite a bit on this drive, and finally I think the guys on the defensive side, they said no more. They slapped the double coverage on him, made it very tough for him to get the ball.
And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. A great effort there with his second touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Ravens take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. The Ravens ready to take over.
And now you've got the clock winding down here in the third quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material.
To throw is Jackson. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. 23 yards for the touchdown.
And the Ravens will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the third. Well, forget about the weapons out wide. He knows he's got another weapon in the backfield in the passing game, Charles, and he utilized him. Ravens offense getting set and ready for this next drive.
Been a very strong performance for them, really, on both sides of the football. The turnover on downs, the most recent example, and now, obviously, they're in a great spot here.
Yeah, if you're over on the bench right now, you're shaking hands with your teammate, you're hugging him, giving a little dap. Been a big, big performance for them. Now you just don't get careless. Take care of the ball on the way out.
23 yards on the play. Here's Jackson to throw. He finds his man, complete. That's Ramirez. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. A big play there. 48 yards.
And the Ravens look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this fourth quarter. When coaches come into a game preaching total team effort, CD, I think this is the type of ball game that they're dreaming of. It was pretty apparent early on that they were clicking in all 3 phases. It's been fun to watch.
Yeah, sometimes in the NFL you end up with matchups like we've been watching here. And when you go back through the early drives, you can just see that one squad was on a different level in this game. Safe to say, we have been disappointed in watching their execution throughout this.
Here comes the Raven offense now, ready for another possession.
Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard, but they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions.
Make that kick! That is sleep!
Hold on, ready?
And despite the late lead, Jackson to throw. He finds his man complete. That's Ramirez. And they're able to get this one across the 35. One play has him to the 37 here for 1st and 10. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw.
Short throw into the hands of Jordan.
So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And that'll make it 2nd down. Throwing is Jackson. And he fires one incomplete.
Well, they're up comfortably here, Charles, but that lead certainly not dissuading them from pressing the envelope late. I mean, if anything, with these passes, it's like they're getting more aggressive to try to drive the ball downfield.
And that will certainly lend itself to some post-game questions for that coach, and maybe you and I should attend that press conference to see what he has to say, because someone's going to ask him why he continued to push it. My guess, he didn't like how some of the snaps were run earlier, and he wanted to use that as a chance to clean things up, but he certainly will have some explaining to do.
Jackson will throw again. He finds his man complete. It's Ramirez. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. And with that last reception, he has moved past the 300 mark for receiving yards in a single game. Just an unbelievable achievement. With the all-time record, by the way, of 346 receiving yards now inside. Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends. And understandably so, not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense